What's going on, everybody? Okay, y'all, this is the second attempt at recording this video. Reason being, I'm actually in the process of moving. And so I have so much going on at the moment. But I wanted to make sure that I did this video for y'all because I love question and answers. And I didn't want to leave y'all hanging. So I only have like a certain time frame to record this. And when I've tried to do it last night at like 2 a.m., I was just too tired. And I also realized how long-winded I can be. Like one question, I took like 5 minutes. And I was like, hell no, I can't do that. So I'm going to go through the questions. And I'm not going to rush, but I'm going to try to just stick to answering the question directly. And I hope that you all enjoy it. If you love rambling, then here you go. I also have a couple things that I'm going to play around with in terms of like some triggers and stuff. So hopefully y'all like that as well. But I'm going to whisper the question and then speak softly for the answer. Also, hopefully the background noise of the traffic won't be too crazy. I had to record this during the day. Like I said, a lot's going on at the moment. So, all right, let's get into this. I'm just gonna go straight through, okay? All right. This is from Anne. Oops, hold on. Okay, this question is from Anne. It's from Anne. And Anne asks, or Anne says first, "You are amazing. Thank you, Anne. After the first video of yours that I watched, I was hooked. You are my favorite ASMR artist and the only one. Oh, you are amazing. After the first video of yours that I watched, I was hooked. You are my favorite ASMR artist and the only one who can magically make me sleep. I was wondering if you do YouTube and music full time or if you have another job." And I also have to say this. I took a screenshot of these questions, and what I did not realize is that some questions had more, and there's like a read more, and I forgot to click on it, so some of these are cut off. Oh, I'm so sorry. But I remember this question, and you went on to ask, I think you said, how did I get into ASMR? I think that was the question. So, thank you for your question. And to just go ahead and answer directly, number one, YouTube and music is part of my full-time status, but it's not the only thing. Primarily, I'm a vocal coach and I'm a videographer. So, vocal coaching, videography, music, and yes, YouTube. I do all of those things together. As far as how I got into ASMR, a friend of mine asked me like over a year ago if I heard of ASMR. And I was like, no, I have not heard of it. I don't know what it is. And he sent me a video of a very popular ASMR artist that I'll mention later. And I watched it and I was hooked. And so after some time, I wanted to give back and do the same for other people to help with sleep and tingles and relaxation. And since I know how to use my voice from vocal coaching, and I also know how to shoot and edit from my videography, it made sense. So here I am. Thanks, Anne. All right, next question. This is from Apollo Gaming GTA 5 tip / tricks / glitches. Hi, Velvet. Love your videos. Thank you. Oh, hi, Velvet. Love your videos. Thank you. I was wondering how long, roughly, does it take to record an ASMR RB? actual recording part, it can be up to an hour or more. The editing part, like 1.5 times longer than that. So, thanks for your question. The next question is from Andy. And I'm kind of reading these out of order that they came. So the next question is from Andy, and the question is, how did you come up? I keep forgetting to whisper the questions. How did you come up with the name Velvet Whisperer? That was a collaborative effort between me and a friend who was the one that introduced me to ASMR. And he said, man, your voice has like a velvety texture to it. So why not Velvet Whisperer? And I was like, why not? So that's how I came up with the name. I didn't think of it on my own. It was a friend of mine. We collaborated on that based off of the texture of my voice. And so we thought it would be cool. Thanks, Andy. Next question. This is from Jack Craddy Sack. Jack asks, aside from ASMR, what is your favorite hobby? I have many hobbies that I enjoy, and I don't know what I would say the favorite is, but the top 3 that come to my mind include binge watching shows like on Netflix or Hulu Plus or whatever, any type of system where I can stream it. Reading, I love to read, both fiction and nonfiction. Eating, I love to eat. And music, listening to music, you know. But I also love great conversation. So like I said, many things, but those are some of the top ones. All right. Thank you, Jack, for your question. All right, next question is from Ethan Zahn. I think that's how you say it, Ethan Zahn. And Ethan asks, where were you born? Where were you born? Ethan, I was born in Washington, D.C., which is on the east coast of the United States. Thanks for your question, my man. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so the next question is from Patrick Mason. And Patrick asks, who are some of your favorite ASMR artists? Thank you for your question, Patrick. On my YouTube page, on a side panel, I have like a list of people that I listen to pretty frequently. They're not the only ones, but they're ones that I pretty frequently visit, and I'll read it off to you. So those ASMR artists include, hold on, I'm picking it up now. Ephemeral Rift, Sung Mook, ASMR Power of Sound, Voice of Persona ASMR, Latrice ASMR, Geese or Giss ASMR, Mix Laura 123 ASMR, Soft Cotton ASMR, Ash SMR, Sensory Sensation, Blade Whisper Pro 23, Raffy Taffy ASMR. And there's one more. She changed her name, so I need to add her new channel. And she is, because I don't have it memorized. Hold on. She is, I'm picking it up. Hold on. Skylight Shore. So those are some of the artists that I listen to pretty frequently. All right. Patrick, thank you for your question. Okay, next question is from Winston Rodney. And Winston asks, what's your favorite films? Oh man, the films that come to my mind first would be Clue, not Clueless, but it's called Clue. The Goonies, and even though it hasn't come out yet, I already know that Black Panther is gonna become a favorite. I just know it. And I know I have more, but that's all I can think of at the moment. So I'd say those three. Some old school and then some new school. Thanks for your question, my man. The next question is from Jake Bingham. And the question is, what is your daily job? And did you go to college? What's going on, Jake? My daily job, what I do every day, would be vocal coaching and videography. Yes, I went to college. I have a undergraduate degree, I have a bachelor's degree, and I also went to graduate school, so I have a master's. 2 degrees, and I don't use either of them anymore. Such is life. So, thanks, Jake, for your question. Next question is from PPOM9, and the question is, what's your favorite trigger to do? My favorite trigger is using my voice. So, whispering and speaking softly, those are my favorite triggers. Thank you for your question. Next is from Ayla, and Ayla asks, how did you discover the world of ASMR? Smiley face, wishing you the best. Thank you, Ayla, so much for your well wishes. I discovered ASMR through a friend of mine. I would mention his name. I don't think he'd mind, but I'll just keep it to myself for now. But a friend of mine over a year ago asked me if I heard of ASMR, and I told him no. And he sent me a video, and that night I had the best sleep and the most intense tingles, which I didn't know what that was called at the time, but the most intense tingles ever. I felt like I was in another universe. It was awesome. So awesome. And I was gonna save this because I thought someone else asked this, but I'll just mention it again if so. The very first ASMR video I saw was from Maria Gentle Whispering. All right. Thank you for your question. Next, we have, oh wait, I already did this one, let me skip through. Okay. Next we have a question from Ty Boston. And the question is, do you have any kids? Wife? Both? And the answer is no to the kids, no to the wife, and therefore no to both. Thank you for your question, Ty. Next question is from Xander Bush. And Xander asks, are you really as friendly as you seem in your role plays? Good question. The answer is yes and no. So here's the thing. At default, I am. That's just my personality. I feel that I'm just engaging and friendly. But like everyone, I'm not one-dimensional. I'm complex, and we all have various emotions depending on the circumstances. So while my default my starting point is friendly. Depending on what goes down, I could be opposite that, or I could be many other things, you know. But yeah, but as a starting point, yes, I am that friendly. But I'm also kind of an introvert too. So, you know, once I get to know someone, then more of myself is revealed. But yeah, so thank you for your question, Xander. The next question is from Chantel Maloney. And Chantel, I am so sorry that, as I mentioned earlier, I took screenshots of all the questions so I could just easily, you know, check them out, because I wanted to delete the post because I didn't want to get any more questions, because I didn't want to overload myself. And depending on how much was written, there's a read more, and one of your question was a read more, and I can't hit on it to see what else was in the question. I'm so sorry, but I did get the bulk of it, so let's do that. Hi. Thanks for consistently producing awesome videos. You're welcome. I have a few questions. What is the furthest you'd be willing to travel, if at all, for ASMR, such as meetup and collabs? What is your favorite superhero or villain, and why? Oh, I love this. Well, as far as traveling, I don't know. I put it this way. If the affordability is there, and the time, of course, I'd pretty much go anywhere. I'd fly internationally. For real, I would. You know, but the time and being able to afford it, and then also, since I'm self-employed, you know, I work for hire. So for me to take time off means I don't get paid for that day. So I have to factor in all of that, you know. But yeah, if I could cover all that, if all that was covered, I could just go anywhere. And meet up in collabs, yeah, definitely. Either one. Now, my favorite hero or villain, I'll just do the superhero one. My favorite superhero is Aurora Monroe, also known as Storm. Aurora Monroe / Storm. She is my favorite superhero. Why? It's something about her regalness, from the comics at least, her regalness, her beauty, and I just love the superpower of weather manipulation. And the thing is, it's not that she can just control the weather, it's the creative ways in which she can do that, and she can also control, like, the atmosphere, even within someone's body. Like, there was one scene where she sucked the air, she withdrew the air out of someone's body. The breath, like, she's just awesome to me, you know. She's compassionate, she's beautiful, so powerful. To me, she's an Omega level mutant, and I just love her vibe, you know. Yeah, Storm is my number one. I'm a huge Aurora Monroe fan. Alright, thank you for your question, Chantel. And for the part that's cut off, I'm so sorry, but hopefully you enjoyed that part. The next question is from Cyberus, and the question is, are there any goals you want for your YouTube other than ASMR? Nice question. You know, no. Only because I feel, since ASMR is so unique, that if I tried to incorporate too many other elements, it could kind of throw the vibe off. Like, people, for the most part, come to this channel for ASMR only. So my music, I do have a couple singing videos, but I would probably do that on another channel. I do that on another channel. And then, like, my videography stuff, another channel. So any other topic, I would probably do somewhere else, and just let you all know that I'm doing it. Or maybe every once in a while, I'd post some of that, if y'all were cool with that. Now, if y'all are cool with it, then I'm cool with it. I'd love to. But I'm thinking that you all would just only want ASMR on this channel. So that's my main goal, is just to keep growing in the ASMR community on this channel. So, but thank you for your question, Sybaris. I think that's how you say it. All right. So the next question is from Jackson Gudowski. I hope I said that right. And Jackson asks, what is your vocal range, if you know? Do your friends know about your channel? I like those questions. The lowest note I've ever hit, I believe, was an F2 maybe, or G2 or A2. And yeah, something around there, around that range, around an F2. Not in a song, but just like doing an ah or something, just to see. The highest note I've ever hit, I believe, was a C#6, I believe. Again, not in a song, but just trying to see how high I could go. So I think that's about right. Now, if I'm singing a song, the range is usually from like C3 to F#5. That's about it. You rarely do I have to go higher or below that. And do my friends know about my ASMR channel? All of my close friends, yes. And a lot of acquaintances. Family too. But yeah, I don't keep it from anyone at all. I share. I tell them, listen, you want to relax? you want some tingles? And so I've shared it with them. So yeah, my friends know. Oh. So thank you for your question, Jackson. The next question is from Raiders420. And the question is, what is a Bama? I'm chuckling because I love that question, first of all. And Bama can be described differently by different people. The way I used it growing up, because I'm from the Maryland, DC area, and this is lingo from Maryland and from the DC area. This is terminology, so it's definitely location specific. But we used to use it in the terms of like someone who was uncool. Like, man, you a Bama, you ain't cool. Or like, man, you whack. Or man, you a chump. So, and hopefully you know what those mean, or if you don't know, hopefully I didn't confuse you even more. But yeah, all of those kind of mean like someone who's uncool, So that's how I would describe it. Someone else might say something different, but that's how me and my circle used to use the word, So, thank you for your question. The next question comes from your boy Biscuit7. And the question is, what projects/videos do you feel make you stand out in the ASMR community? Love the work. Thank you for the love of the work. Initially, I felt my incorporation of 2 camera angles made me stand out in the community. Because at the time, I hadn't seen anyone else do that. And it's not to say they haven't. It's just at the time, I hadn't seen it. And then over time, I started seeing some other people do it. And I'm not to say that they got that from me, but maybe not. Either way, that's great. And so, but at the time, I thought that made me stand out. The other thing I feel that makes me stand out is my ability, and even though I'm not the only one, but my ability to uniquely connect with the audience, with you, during my role plays, acting that feels sincere and comfortable and feels engaging. I feel that helps me to stand out, so I think that's pretty much it. And you all gave me feedback about that, and also about the polite personality. And so a lot of times what I feel makes me stand out is based off of what you all share, so, and just being my authentic self. So thank you for your question, your boy Biscuit 7. All right. The next question is from Zach That Attack. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me make this bigger. Hold on. Zach That Hack. What's going on, Zach? So the question is, will you ever be doing more interactive videos? They make me feel more comfortable. What I mean is, like you're asking questions and have dialogue more developed. It's weird, but I love it. Thank you for your question. You know what? I don't think it's weird. I feel you. I think you're connecting with the authentic exchange in a sense, and just attention, personal attention, and so I love those type of videos, like surveys or anything that requires me to, give you a command or something. I'd love to do more of those, and actually maybe the next one I do will be something similar to that. And so if so, I hope you're there to see it and you enjoy it. Alright, so thank you, Zach, for your question. Next question. What are your first of all, sorry. This is from Gang. What are your aspirations for 2018? By the way, loving the videos. Thank you so much for the love of the videos. My aspirations for 2018. Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me switch this book. Hold on. My aspirations for 2018 include evolving in everything. My career. I want my career to become more expansive, meaning affecting even more people, helping more people, and me becoming more of an influence. So just more success in my career. Financially, I want to get rich. I'd love to increase in the financial world, pay off debt, be able to have surplus in ways that I have never experienced before. I love that. I'd also love to gain more relationships, deeper connections with people, learn about different cultures, travel, and just overall be more happy. Not to say that I'm unhappy, but I want to enjoy the moment even more than I have been. Not always work. Although my work is my passion, but sometimes no editing, no shooting, no teaching, and just chill, and not just chill like watching Netflix. Like I want to go to another country or go visit some other place or travel more in general. So yeah, so all of those are my aspirations, and just to keep developing my best self that's healthy for me and that's most effective and healthy to anyone that I encounter. So hopefully that was direct enough. I just want to be better at everything. So, all right. So thank you for your questions, gang. The next question is from X. It's Becky 8X. And the question is, do you play video games? If so, what do you play? So about that, I don't play anymore only because I don't have a system and I just got too busy with so many other things in life. But I used to be an avid video game player. Some of my friends have like Xbox and stuff, and they've shown me a couple games, and I was like, okay, this is cool. But I was an avid player with some old school stuff, and two games that I loved on the PlayStation. One was called Jet Moto. It was a racing game, and there were 3 of them: Jet Moto 1, 2, and 3. And the other was Battle Arena, and this is Battle Arena Toshinden 2. Oh my gosh, I love this game, and I was so good at it. I used to tear them people up. So, yeah. Thank you for your question. I assume it's Becky. Thanks. This next question is from AJ McDurp. AJ McDurp. What's your favorite thing to do? Oh man, so many favorite things. Binge watching TV shows, hanging out with friends and talking. I love conversation. Talking about the deep things of life, and also, simple things too. I like to read many different types of things. I like to go to restaurants. I love to eat. I love to sleep. I love edibles. Yeah, those are some things. There's other things, but that's all I can think of at the moment. So, thank you for your question, AJ. The next question is from Teal Effect, and the question is, do you make music? Yes, I do make music, and I plan to release some more music this year, and when I do, I will let you know, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So thank you for your question. Next is from Caleb Thomas, and the question is, what is your favorite fast food restaurant? Now here's the thing. I have cut way back on fast food restaurants, and I don't frequently visit them any longer. However, when I do, it has to be between Five Guys and Popeyes. I can always have some Five Guys and Popeyes. So, I'd say between those two. Thanks for your question, Caleb. The next question is from Tyler Anderson, and the question is, what's your favorite band / singer? I'll give you both. My favorite band is called Earth, Wind, and Fire. My favorite singer, I'll give you 2. One is Whitney Houston, and the other is Daryl Coley. So I have many that I enjoy, but as far as a band, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Whitney Houston, specifically in her prime, and Daryl Coley. So thank you for your question, Tyler. The next question is from Nate Mehalik. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but what's going on, Nate? Nate asks, what is one of your... Oh, sorry, I forgot to whisper it. What is one of your long-term goals? One of my long-term goals is... One of my long-term goals is to be a full-time video editor. That's one. And I paused because there's so many long-term goals, but that's one, to be a full-time video editor. And by full-time, meaning I do that primarily, but I still do my music. So, that. Alright, thanks for your question. The next question is from Connor B. And the question is your intro your voice? If so, how do you do it? Thanks for your question, Connor. Yes, the intro is my voice. And basically, I just thought of a melody that I wanted to sing. And then I recorded it with my studio equipment. And then I also added the layers of the whispering at the end that you can hear. Oh, actually, you can hear that throughout it. I added the layers of the whispering and stuff. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Since I sing and I'm used to recording, it wasn't difficult at all. So that's how I did it. And that is my voice. So thank you for your question. The next question is from Belinda Kramer, or Belinda Kramer. What's going on, Belinda? And the question is, do you draw in your spare time? And no, but I used to. In fact, I hooked up with a friend of mine who's a professional comic book artist, and he started giving me drawing lessons, but I just got so busy that I couldn't maintain it. But at that time, yes, I was drawing in my spare time. I haven't been able to keep up with it, but I love to get back to it. So we'll see. Thank you for your question, Belinda. Next is from Henry Bishop. And Henry asks, what was your life like back in high school? What did you enjoy doing? I like that question, Henry. So back in high school, I was an honor roll student. I was squeaky clean, meaning like I didn't get in any trouble, anything like that. I was very obedient. I was in the band, in the marching band and concert band, playing the clarinet. I was very, very much involved in musical activities, and I was an athlete, a track athlete. And in fact, what I'm about to show you isn't necessarily from high school, but, well, actually, yeah, but it's indicative of what led into high school. And so, I was a track athlete, track and field. And so these are some of the medals that I received from my competitions. And actually, a lot of these, this was in high school, not all in high school, but some in high school and some before that. With both competitions during the high school season, and then from competitions during the summer leagues. Yeah, so I was all about athletics, music. Oh, and at the time, I was all about church stuff. So thank you for your question, Henry. All right, next question is from Tito Alguin or Olguin. And the question is, what got you into ASMR? One of my friends got me into ASMR. One night, I was chilling on my couch, and I was having a hard time sleeping, as usual at that time. And just randomly, my friend sent me a text message asking if I had heard of ASMR. And I said, nah. And so then he was like, yo, check this out. He sent me a video of Maria gentle whispering, and I was just consumed with tingles, euphoria, and sleep, and I got hooked, and it just kind of went from there. So I was introduced by a friend. So thank you for your question, Tito. The next question is from Skeletard McGookums. Hopefully I said that right. And the question is, what's your favorite show? Currently, I watch so many, it seems like. I don't know which one. Maybe The Gift. Okay, I say this. Right now, probably The Gifted, maybe, because I love superhero stuff. No. Shield's, Marvel's, Agent of Marvel. Is a favorite show, and I can't even think of the name. I think it's Shield, Agents of Marvel. That was probably my favorite. But when what is it called? The vampire show. Not Vampire Diaries, but the other one, the spinoff to that. It's their last season. When that comes back on, that's gonna be my favorite. Why can't I think of the name though? It's a family name, The Originals. Wait, that's not a family name. Their family. The Originals is one of my favorite shows. I love that show. So, anyhow, thank you for your question, Skeletor. Alright. The next question is from Adrian. What's going on, Adrian? And the question is, any significant other, married, divorced, or separated? And the answer to that is no, and no. So neither of those. I'm currently single and doing my thing right now as I work on some other areas, with my career and all of that. But yeah, so that's that. So thank you for your question, Adrian. Alright. Next is from Vladimir. And it's not a question. It just says, miss you so much, heart. Miss you too, man. And hopefully you're still enjoying the videos. Alright. So next is from Doki. Now, what's going on, Doki? I didn't put a limit on questions, but I think you asked like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you asked 7. So I'm just gonna pull out 2. Okay, I'm gonna pull out 2 questions. One question that you asked was, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? And my favorite ice cream flavor is chocolate chip cookie dough. Oh my gosh. I love it. Another question that you asked was, what was the first ever ASMR video you watched? If you can't remember, was it a medical, cosmetics, and it kind of cuts off, and I think that's because of my screenshot, so sorry, but I remember it was a video by Maria Gentle Whispering, and all I remember is that it was a binaural, in the title it said binaural, and something about space or world or something, and I just remember it had a white background, and it was kind of glowing, and she was talking and doing hand motions, and then I fell asleep. That's all I remember. But then when I went back, she also has some footage of like showing the universe and stuff. I think it was Universe by Neural ASMR or something by Maria. Yeah, something like that. So, thank you for your questions. And next is from Shark Expert. And Shark Expert asks, is you a robot? You know, Shark, sometimes I feel like I'm in robot mode with all that I had to do and then just get into like a... But nah, I'm not. Or am I? Thank you for your question. The next question is from Christian Thomas. And this is another one where it's not a question, but it's a comment. DMV fam. You're the best, bro. Keep it up. I know it's not a question. Laughing emoji. It's all good, bro. Thank you for the shout out. And yes, shout out to the DMV. That's what's up. Thank you for leaving a comment, man. Alright, next is from Austin T. Media. And the question is, when is your birthday? What's going on, Austin? My birthday is on June 25th. And I am, you didn't ask for all this, but I am my rising sign is Sagittarius, but my moon sign, I think, is Cancer. So Cancer is the moon sign, and the rising sign is Sagittarius. So, yeah. Appreciate you, Austin. Alright. The next question is from Mr. Cool Pants. And the question is, why am I so lame? And you better not ignore me. Mr. Cool Pants, I don't know if I know you and just don't know this is you, but I don't really know any lame people, so if we happen to know each other in real life, you're probably not lame. But based off your comments, I don't think you're lame. So yeah, that's all I can say to that. But thank you for your question, my man. The next question is from Wyatt. And Wyatt asks, do you sing professionally? Did you teach yourself? Thank you for your question, Wyatt. And yes, I do sing professionally. And did I teach myself? No. I was taught by Eric Arsenault from the Arsenault approach. And we worked together for an extended amount of time. And then I got to a point where I could maintain my voice on my own with his intermittent guidance. And I still claim him as my vocal coach now. Although I'm at the place where I make the adjustments necessary based off my own findings and my discussions I have with him, you know. And so since I'm a vocal coach as well alongside him, I'm able to maintain for myself and for others. So yeah, so I guess in a way now I kind of teach myself, but I'm still connected with Eric. So thank you for your question, Wyatt. Next is from Southern Hills Creative. And the question is, did you ever take any acting classes or take drama in high school or college? No, none of that. I never took acting, never took drama, but I want to. I plan, because I'm about to move, and I plan to get into some acting classes and to keep studying. I'm actually studying acting now, like by reading this book that was recommended to me, but I plan to take some classes soon. So yeah, I appreciate your question. Thank you. The next question is from Tony Turner. And the question is, who are some of your favorite ASMR artists? What's up, Tony? Thank you for that question. So if you go onto my YouTube, you're gonna see on the side some channels that I've posted, and those are some of my favorites. They're not the only ones, but those are some of them. And they include Ephemeral Rift, Sangamuk, ASMR Power of Sound, Voice of Persona ASMR, Latrice ASMR, Geese ASMR, Minx Lore 123 ASMR, Soft Cotton ASMR, Ash SMR, Sensory Sensation, Blade Whisperer Pro 23, Raffy Taffy ASMR, and Skylight Shore. So those are some of my favorites. Alright. And thank you for your question. Let's see. Next question. Oh, I lost my place. I gotta go back. Hold on. Alright. Let's see. Where was I? Okay. Let's see. Okay, this question is from Cool Guy. And the question is, how do you get most of your ideas for ASMR? In the beginning, it was ideas that I saw other people doing, like standard ASMR. Like when you get into ASMR, there are certain standard videos that everyone, for the most part, does. Haircut, doctor roleplay, dermatologist, stuff like that. Then I also had a friend, the friend who got me into ASMR. He and I would talk about ideas, and he would share some ideas. But lately, either I'm just really inspired organically by something, or requests that you all give me. So, yeah. So thank you for your question, Cool Guy. Next question is from Miso or Meso Key, and it says, what is one trigger you would love to try, but are either nervous about it or just don't have the equipment? Interesting question. I don't think I'm nervous about any trigger, to be honest. I'd try anything, so yeah. I can't think of any trigger. Well, there are some that maybe, okay, when you asked about the equipment, okay, there was a request from a user on YouTube, and she asked me to do what was it, like oh gosh, my mind is going blank. I can't remember, but basically I didn't have the tools to do it, at least not yet, so I had to get them. But it was like an archaeology role play. Yeah, it was like an archaeology role play, and I love to do it for her because she's so cool and she's a great supporter. But I just have to get the tools for that. So, all right. Thank you for your question, Miso or Meso. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. The next question is from I can't speak. Fat Gotenks. Sorry if I messed that name up. But the question is, what? I was about to softly speak. Let me whisper. What is your favorite and least favorite thing about the ASMR community? My favorite thing about the ASMR community is generally the positivity and the sense of community, and the intent to just de-stress, relax, enjoy, so I enjoy that. One of my least favorite things about the ASMR community, I think one of my least favorite things is the need, and this is just human nature, I guess. It's not specific to the ASMR community, but I think it's the need to to lift someone else up, but in doing so, having to simultaneously bring someone else down. You know, like repping your favorite ASM artist in their style, but in doing so, bringing down another. Like saying such and such is so much better than such and such, you know, or such and such videos is like this, which is so much better than the videos I see from people who do it like this. Like, you know, there's room, there's space for everybody. So, and again, that's not exclusive to ASMR. That's in anything. Unfortunately, comparisons happen in everyday life with everything for the most part. But, you know, it is what it is. So, but thank you for your question. Okay, the next question is from, oh, that leaves my space. Okay, hold on, let me make this bigger. It's from Max Solis. Hopefully I said that right. Max Solis. And the question is, what's a trigger you don't like? I don't know. What's a trigger I don't like? To be honest, I'm not sure if there is one. Yeah, I don't think I've come across a video where I was like, ooh, I don't like this trigger. Now, not everything affects me the same, you know, but I don't think yet. Not yet. I don't think there's a trigger I don't like. I'm really thinking hard about it. But you know what I will say? I will say this. It's not that I don't like it, but visual triggers like hand movements. When I listen to ASMR, sorry, there's something on my lip. When I listen to ASMR, I do so for relaxation and sleep. And tingles is like the cherry on top. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But so since I'm trying to sleep, I don't want to keep my eyes open, you know, to watch the whole time. You know what I mean? So if it's a video that's just strictly hand movements, then more than likely I won't watch that as frequently as others because I just want to close my eyes and go to sleep. For me, ASMR is like 95% about the hearing, the audio. The visual, it can do something for me at times, definitely. But maybe for like the first 5 minutes before I'm knocked out. So that's as close as I can get to triggers I don't like, you know. But interesting question. Thank you for your question. All right, so the next one is from Gabriel Kudzik. I don't know if I said that right. Gabriel Kudzik. And the question is, do you even lift, bro? Yeah, bro, I lift. Although, it's been really sporadic lately. Like, life has just been all over the place. And I have not been able to be as consistent as possible. But, I'm about to relocate and try to get back into it in the way that I like. So, yeah, bro, I lift. All right, Gabriel, thank you for your question. The next question is from Miss T's Home Cooking. I like that name. And the question is, what do you find to be relaxing or calming to you after a long day? What are your favorite snacks/drinks? Well, ironically, red wine is definitely something I like to have after a long day. I don't drink it often, just because, you know, buying wine, a lot of wine, that adds up. But I do love like a nice glass of red wine. You also asked, What else do I find? Just to be honest, just laying down, laying down, like watching something or reading or listening to music and just kind of chilling. You know, some of my favorite snacks include. Oh my gosh, there's this bag of chips. I think it's called Popcorners, and it's the. Oh gosh, what is it? Spicy, not spicy. Oh man, maybe I can get a picture. But Popcorners, and it's a certain flavor that I really love. I'll eat a whole bag in like an hour. It's so good. So that's one of my favorite snacks, and one of my favorite drinks. Even though I love red wine, that's not a favorite drink. Not for like thirst. This is to relax. But one of my favorite just drinks is called it's a probiotic drink. And that might sound nasty, but it's actually really good. Goodness, maybe I can find a picture of that too. I can't think of the name of it, but I'm gonna see if I can find a picture and show you. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. Oh, Evian water. Cold Evian water. Yes. And chilled Reese Buttercups. Now everything's starting to come back to me. Those are some of my favorites, you know. So, yeah. So I kind of have a healthy blend between organic and natural, and then not organic and natural. So, yeah. But thank you for your question, Miss T's Home Cooking. The next question is from Sleepy Games, and the question is, do you have any pets? If not, what's your favorite animal? And I don't have any pets, but my favorite animal is a tiger, and so I'm definitely not gonna have that. But you know what else interests me? I love the personality and the movement and the independence of cats. And there is this beautiful cat that I might pronounce it wrong, but I believe it's called a red Abyssinian. I think that's how you say it. A red Abyssinian cat is beautiful. I'd love to have one of those. Yeah, so, but thank you for your question, Sleepy Games. The next question is from the new AC 18, and first it says, congrats on 1 million views for the channel. Do I have 1 million views? Okay, I didn't even know that. Thank you. So that's awesome. And then the question is, do you have a job outside of YouTube? Are you pursuing a singing career? Yes and yes. I am a vocal coach, and I'm also a videographer outside of YouTube. And I am continuing to pursue a singing career. You know, how that'll look, we'll see, because there's so many options to be a singer, different things you can do. So I'm gonna see where I feel I fit most organically. But thank you for your question, and thank you for the heads up about the views. The next question is from Lauren Light, and the question says, in your heart of hearts, what do you live for? What do you sense is your ultimate purpose on this earth? On this earth. Oh, Lauren. Awesome question. And I don't even think I can answer this in a minute or less, so I'll try to be extremely brief. In my heart of hearts, I feel I live for interaction, enlightenment, doing and saying, living and being in such a way that helps someone to be enlightened, to be illuminated, And whatever that is, it can be something very simple or something transformative. So like from the perspective of like a teacher who gives information with the perspective of helping someone, the student, the client, to understand better and to therefore be better in their sense of self, I feel is part of that. Also helping people finding their voices, not just from a healthy perspective, but the voice is an expression of our souls, and that might be too mystical, but an expression of our desires and of our purpose and purposes, helping people to find their voice, to find how to use that tool. At one point I felt like I may have had one purpose, and that was during a time when I was very much involved in religion, and that's a discussion for another time. But now I feel like I have purposes, different ones, which include, as it relates to in and of myself, happiness and to feel connected to others and in life. But in a more external way, it leads back to enlightening people and helping people to gain something that previously was not there. And that's what gain means. But some like a form of advancement in education and self-awareness. And again, back to the voice. But also, Lauren, it's also something I struggle with, because at times I feel like, what am I doing? And so I'm actually reading some books now that are inspiring in that whole conversation of what you asked. And those books include one is over there. It's a book that's called Affirmations. Then I'm also reading The Alchemist. I gotta fix this light. I'm also reading The Alchemist. It's the sunlight. And I'm also reading Desert Wisdom, A Nomad's Guide to Life's Big Questions from the Heart of the Native Middle East. So kind of exploring Middle East philosophy. So yeah, and there's so much I could say about that question, the questions you asked. Thank you, Lauren, for that. But I'll pause there because I can get really long-winded when it comes to that. Because in a way, I'd have a strong sense, and in a way, I'm still searching. So it kind of intertwines. Yeah. Thank you for your question. So the next question is from Jimmy Jupiter. Do you work outside of YouTube? If so, what do you do? Big fan, by the way. I appreciate you, Jimmy. Yes, I do work outside of YouTube. I am a vocal coach and I am a videographer. So I record things with my camera and I also edit. So that's what I do outside of YouTube. And I'm also a singer/performer. So those three things are the main things that I do. All right, and I appreciate you being a big fan, my man. The next question is from Voice of Persona ASMR. Did I say your name right earlier? I should have blown up my screen more. But Voice of Persona ASMR, what's going on, man? And the question is, what does your recording setup look like? Your sounds and visuals always come through really crisp and clean. I appreciate it, man, and yours too. So my setup is similar to how I have it now. The green screen behind me, right here. Let me show you. I have a pair of in-ear binaural microphones on these stands. There we go. And then I have a ring light right here just to kind of give a little bit of contrast. And then there's two lights that are pointing towards the green screen, because as you know, gotta light up the green screen. And in this video, in the earlier parts, I had some sunlight coming through, which was probably a mistake because it shifts. But yeah, so that's how I usually do that in the sound. These binaural microphones are easy to like place in different areas. And then of course the editing process. So yeah, man. Appreciate your question, bruh. The next question is from Peace, Love, Chocolate. And it is tea or coffee? Oh, tea or coffee? Favorite type of weather? What is your favorite book? And P.S. You are absolutely one of my favorite ASMR creators. Thank you so much for that. Tea or coffee? Tea. Favorite type of weather? Sunny and warm. Not too hot, but sunny and warm. Favorite book? Oh, if it's fiction, there's this artist called, why can't I remember anything? I'm gonna come back to that. If it's nonfiction, I love books that are kind of like self-help, you know, things that deal with advancing the mind, books that also explain how to do things, how-to books. So, yeah. Yeah, that was it. So thank you for your questions. The next question is from Skylight Shore. What's going on? And I'm just gonna pull out two of your questions, okay? So one is, what other language do you enjoy? Oh, what other language do you enjoy singing in? None, because English is the only language I sing in. No, but I have sang in Italian before, and what was the other one? Oh, I can't remember because this was a few years ago. But I only learned it for the sake of that song, or those two songs. But I don't actually know the language fluently, so I'd have to learn that, you know, to be able to do more. So you also asked, do you produce your own music or write a lot of your own songs? Yes, I do produce my own music. I have written a couple of my songs, but I was also in a group, and we had a songwriter, and so one of the members is a songwriter, so he wrote the majority of our songs. But yeah. So thank you for your question, Skylight Shore. And you know I could ask you the same question since to see we have some similarities. Alright, the next question is from Tough Dabong. And the question is, besides ASMR, what do you do? Hobby and work. So besides ASMR, I sing. I teach people how to sing. I also shoot and edit videos because I'm a videographer. And then as a hobby, you know, and also, I already mentioned that, yeah. And as a hobby, if binge watching shows is a hobby, that's one of my hobbies. So thank you for your question. And we've come down to the last two questions, and it's from Mariana Mendez. And the question is, how old are you? And the question is, do you prefer male or female ASMR whispers? Thank you for your questions, Mariana. I am 36. And do I prefer male or female ASMR whispers? Good question. I don't know. To be honest, it's not so much about whether it's male or female. It's about the texture and the inflection of the voice. Does the voice sound free and open, and can I hear the emotion and the intent, you know, and just the overall tonal quality? So to me, I've heard that for both men and women, you know. So yeah, either or. All right, y'all. Let me make sure. I think that's everyone. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I went through it all. Thank y'all so much for this opportunity to share more of who I am with you, and you know, your interest. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We might do this again someday. I don't know, but I will see you all in the next video. Take care.